It's just some for the people out there, older, younger. Don't let the world run you ragged, man, because it will. Trying to keep up with the world, trying to keep up with what's going on. You're gonna get to a point in your life, man, especially when you get older. Uh, you're gonna see that a lot of it was bull, right? A lot of it was BS. A lot of it didn't mean nothing. And then you start to maybe see things more important. Some people see it earlier, some people see it later. All I'm gonna tell you, man, is run your own race, right? And do the best you can, right? Some people ain't made it to win super big. Some people, ain't made it win. You can still win, man. You can still live life on your terms, be able to live, out the way you want to live it. You just gotta understand your situation and where you are in life. And I think that if most people understood that, because you can see it all the time, man. You see the people with money, and they not happy. You see the people without money, and they happy, right? Even though it's like you like, damn, you you ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but they still happy. I remember growing up, man, like, and it was, being around my family, and especially on my father's side, like, people were still happy, man. People wasn't, you know what I mean? It was growing up, it was rough, and people were still happy, man. I remember growing up in the neighborhood, like, people was happy. It was crazy, right? You would think like, nah, they can't be happy. They not living, the dream. They was happy. They probably died happy. My family took care of their family, did their things, lived that life, right? Ran their own race, and they was happy. You know what I mean? And happy is a weird word. I'm not trying to say like you're gonna get everything you want and you'll be content with life and life is gonna go perfectly for you and everything's gonna just roll right along and you're just gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that when I say happy. I'm saying let me change it. Let me say more being content with life, right? There's ups and downs, good and bad. You know what I mean? But if you try to keep up with the world, and you try to keep, especially with social media nowadays, you try to keep up with the world and what's going on, and the levels and different aspects of life with certain people, and you don't know the background or what's going on with these people, or, you don't know their life, and you trying to keep up with their life on Instagram, on social media, you're gonna be disappointed. And that's why I always say the other thing is, if you put faith in God, He can never steer you wrong. If you put faith in man, you're always going to be upset. You're always going to be not happy. You understand? And, you know what I mean? You just got to look at life and look at it on your own terms and how you see it. And I'm not saying that you live in your own reality, right? Because I know a lot of now when I hear these words, I'm thinking people thinking they live in their own reality, their own world, they can make up their own life type of thing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when you see life, when you wake up in the morning and you see what's going on, and this is what makes you happy every day, right? As long as it's healthy, as long as it's not gonna hurt you, right? As long as it's something that it's not gonna be illegal, something that's gonna get you in jail, right? As long as it's all these things, man. You know right from wrong, we know good from bad. As long as it's all those things, then just do that, right? And I'm saying, when it comes to careers, right, or when it comes to, the size of your house, the car you drive, man, like, the clothes you wear, right? All these things come in the aspect of it, is what I'm saying. Like, those things at the end of the day, if they will make you happy and they're things that keep you content, then just keep doing that, man. You know what I mean? You don't have to have the biggest house. You don't have to have the biggest car. You could strive for those things. You could work hard. You could try to, pursue different dreams and different goals to get that. But at the end of the day, you got to do what what's within your reach at, and where you at in life. You know what I mean? A lot of people, they push for things that, like, that's out of their reach, to be honest with you. And then it drives them crazy. It drives them nuts. They're never happy. They're always depressed, right? If you look on social media and what's going on in the world today, there's people out there now that's pushing things, and people are jumping onto the bandwagon and trying to do this and trying to do that. And then at the end of the day, they end up not being happy, man. You see people making millions of dollars off of things, and they're not happy, right? They don't go home, they don't sleep good, right? They're not content. And like I said, then you see people on the other end that'll just go to work every day, take care of their family, do things, and they're content. Right? At the end of the day, when you get older, is what I'm trying to tell you is you're going to just be wanting to be content. You ain't going to care about, you know what I mean, like, you know, what car, just like what they always say, man, and this is another saying, and I'm going to come back to this, but like, you know, when they say, when they put you in the ground, that's not going to be what your career was, what car you drove, what cars did you drive, right? What trips you took most of the time, right? I mean, not most of the time, but all the time, what trips you took, the house you lived in, what size was it, right? How much did you make per year, right? None of that's going to be on your tombstone. None of it. You're just going to say whatever you were, a father, a mother, a sister, a brother, an uncle, an aunt, right? Whatever it was, it's not gonna be like the CEO James Buchanan sits here, right? It's not gonna be the president of, you know, maybe the president. I don't know if they put that on the tombstone, but it's never gonna be nothing, you know, that we do, you know what I mean, in the world. So I say all that to say is, you know what I mean, just be. When I'm saying be content, you know, gotta be grateful with life. And when I'm saying all this, let me go back because I wanted to read. I'm not saying to go out here and just do the minimal and be, you know, try to be mediocre and be average. No, because that's not gonna make you happy either. Right? Just barely getting by is not gonna make you happy. I feel like you gotta strive in the world. You gotta try to push forward. You gotta try to do a little better every day, right? Maybe more every day. Try to do a little more, right? If it's, you know what I mean, like just with your body, right? Eating healthy, working out, whatever that is, a little more every day. If it's work, trying to find another way to make more money, keep yourself busy, man. Idle hands are the work of the devil. You know what I mean? This is just an all around about life, man. Like, idle hands are the work of the devil. If you sit around not doing that, you're gonna get in the back, you're gonna get into shit that you want to, you're probably gonna end up depressed. But if you find things to do and find things you enjoy to do and just keep doing them, you know, some of those things can turn out to where they become a career. Some of those things can turn out to be money. Some things can turn out to be just a fun hobby, right? And something that you enjoy to do, that you would do, you know, on your free time for no money at all, right? And those things usually end up being money too. But or if it's your family, whatever it is, man, you find that, you do that. You know what I mean? And that, because after it's done, it's done. Nobody let nobody tell you. All these, you know, people I want to say, you know, like Grant Cardone and all these other people that telling you things. At the end of the day, when it's done, it's done. When Grant Cardone goes into the ground, he goes into the ground. We don't talk about him anymore, right? The way the internet is nowadays, he's done. His family remember him. That's it. The same with you. Only people that's gonna remember you is your family, right? His wife, his kids. Other than that, and whoever he helped during his way, you know, they'll remember him for a minute, but their kids ain't gonna remember him. You know what I mean? You're gonna get forgotten in history either way, right? And now, you know, nowadays they erase you out of history type of thing. So I say all that to say, man, just focus on you, be happy, be content, you know, do the things that you love to do, enjoy those things. If you have to finance those things to be able to do them. Because you don't get a second chance. You don't get another go around. You know what I mean? You don't get to go back and change things, right? And you shouldn't want to change things, right? You should live with no regrets. You know what I mean? I don't regret anything in my life. Like, the way it turned out is the way it is. Only thing I can do from here is build, right? The way it is the way it is. I can't look back. I just got to either build or grow from here. And the way my life is, I'm content with it, right? Like, you know, if I change anything in my life, I would change my family. Right, it would change my son. Right, it would change a lot of things that I wouldn't want to be changed. So I say all that to say, man, this guy long-winded. Just be content with life, man. Go out there, do what you want to do, whatever that is, man. Right? Don't fall. The world don't owe you anything, and the world ain't gonna give you anything. Right? It's not gonna help you with anything. The world is not here for that. Right? The world is for you to live in it. do what you do in it, your place in it, your spot in it, and do what you do in it. You feel me? So that's all I wanted to say, man. And, you know, Real Talk with Mo, check me out.